This is why I never ever meal plan, and it totally works for us. I meal prep, and I do it with a very specific method called freezer meal prep. Here is how it is different and why it works for our family and why we love it. Is food doesn't go to waste. I eat what I want, when I want it. I don't have to cook dinner anymore at night, and we save thousands of dollars every single year on our grocery budget using this. My name is Hannah Stewart. I'm the founder of My Family Dinner. We're all about making dinner time and mealtime easier for busy parents just like you. The traditional meal planning route is to sit down, choose 7 recipes. What am I gonna cook this week every single night? Write them down. Sunday, beef tacos. That never worked for me or our family. 13 years ago, when I first started realizing that we had to bring some intention into our dinners, not only were we trying to save money, but the stress and stuff of coming into the kitchen every night and being like, what do I cook? It was getting to be too much for me. We had little kids, or I was pregnant. It was just a lot. So I was like, okay, let's try meal planning. Let's see what this is all about. Well, let me tell you what ended up happening. I made my perfect little menu, okay? I went to the grocery store after making my grocery list. I bought all of the things so I knew I had what I needed. And then I came home and I didn't feel like cooking what I had on the menu on Monday. Or I forgot to cook a couple of things and now the meat is bad and it's Thursday. I was wasting so much food because things would go bad in the fridge, or I didn't feel like cooking it, or I used it for something else during the week, and now we've got to do a midweek grocery run because we used up that thing for that one recipe on that one night. It was a mess. It actually ended up making me feel more stressed because I was wasting extra money on groceries. I was wasting food. I hate throwing away food. That just totally like goes bad, goes to waste. And man, what a gut punch when you buy all these like meats, chicken thighs, whatever, and then you can't use it because it totally goes bad because meat only lasts a few days in the fridge. I don't meal plan. That's what I tell people. I meal prep, and I do it with a very specific method called freezer meal prep. There's a lot of similarities. You're going to choose your recipes, write them down, and make a grocery list. Now, something I used to do, plan one meal for every night of the week, 7 recipes. I do not do that now. I choose 6 recipes, and that's what we're gonna have over 2 weeks. So I choose 6 recipes, I double them, giving me 12 meals over 2 weeks. Now why 12 and why not 14? 1, 7 meals a week is way too much food. There's always a random party, event, birthday, something like that that's gonna come up that's gonna take up one evening, so you can either take that up and end up wasting a meal, or you end up eating out of the house and you plan for that. Or leftovers, there's always leftovers, whether it's leftovers after 3 dinners, that's enough for everybody, or leftovers from one meal that fed you twice. So I plan for leftovers or real life circumstances 1 night a week, and 6 recipes the rest. We don't plan 7, we plan 6, and those 6 get doubled. Why do we double those 6? We double those 6 because we want to save money. Over here, when I did the traditional meal planning, I'm wasting things, doing midweek grocery runs. That does not happen anymore. And food doesn't go to waste, and I'm saving money because I'm doing like ingredients for the recipes. So I'm doubling it. It's just so much easier to know you have stuff. And actually, some people come at me, they're like, your meal plans are, I only have 12 different recipes for a whole month. Like, I want more variety. Studies actually show that people eat anywhere from 7 to 15 different recipes for an entire year. I bet when you do your meal planning or when you decide what you're gonna make, there's a lot of similarities to the meals you're eating. So with our freezer meal prep style, that's a little different from the meal planning, right? We end up enjoying 12 different recipes a month. So that's what's 12 times 12. That's 144 different recipes a year. That's way more than your average family. So the 12 different meals over 2 weeks is actually about the same amount of variety as people enjoy over an entire year, if you can imagine. So it does feel like we have a lot of variety. The next thing, remember we talked about meat goes bad. Do I want to cook that? Do I not want to cook it? With the freezer meal prep, I don't cook things ahead of time. I prep them raw and then they sit in my freezer until I want to eat it. So if I'm sitting here and I'm going, I know that I planned for orange chicken on Tuesday, but I'm really more feeling like a soup today. You know, it's kind of a colder day than we expected. I'm really feeling something a little more cozy and soup vibes, and I've got that loaf of bread that I want to use up. Well, guess what? Instead of pulling the orange chicken out of the fridge with all the things to cook it, I just end up pulling the soup out of the freezer. I can choose anything I want in the freezer, and this is fantastic if you have a family. I allow kids sometimes, hey, go downstairs and pick out what you want to have for dinner. It gets them involved in the process, and it makes them feel like they're a part of something, like they're a part of choosing dinner, making the meals. So much better and way less rigid than the formal meal planning where you have to stick to your meal plan, otherwise things gonna go bad. Even when our budget has been more flexible and we could spend more, I just don't, because we don't need to. We love the food that we make. We're eating all sorts of things, from beef and chicken, vegetarian, just tons of different kinds of foods. It's not all pasta, it's all sorts of variety. And I would highly recommend checking out Freezer Meal Prep if you haven't. Be sure to like this video, hit subscribe if you want more meal prep tips and easy family dinners for your family to enjoy. I'll catch you next time.